Hey, this is Casper the Crazy Cat Lady coming back to you. It is my normal Monday night special here. I will have just released my BoxyCharm unboxing and get ready with me video. It's going to be a long one. Well, I guess it was a long one. Sorry about that. But I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm going to be using some of these products and then I'll go ahead and get this done within the next couple days. I'll be using some of the products from that box as well as trying a few others. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and use is the Apple Plus Balm Glow Lip Mask. That way I can get my lips nice and hydrated before I have to get the mask on and it won't be sticky or anything. In the description will be the links to all of these products as well as which box they came from. I figured out almost all of it. There's one box that I'm missing the paper and none of the stuff online looks familiar, so I don't really know. So I'm going to go through that and figure it out, but for now, I'm just assuming anything in that box, anything I can't find is probably from that box. But I will find an Amazon link instead. I applied a generous amount on accident. I usually don't get that much, but it kind of came out a little faster than I thought it would. Okay. Then I'm going to be trying for the first time this Pharmacy Cheer Up Brightening Vitamin C Eye Cream with acerola cherry. You tap gently around, tap and gently smooth around the eye area. May apply to brow bone for additional radiance. Use AM and PM. So, on the first tab, it's got farmer cultivated, scientist activated, and then in another language. I'm not really sure which language it is. I took Spanish in high school, but I don't remember much of it, and I apologize. And then it's got its Instagram and Facebook and website. I'll also make sure I tag that. So here it is. Alright, so I went ahead and finished putting that on, and you can see a little bit of a difference so far, but I just put it on, so we're going to give it some time. So far I'm giving it a thumbs up though. It smells super nice. It's not super sticky or anything. It's really easy to use. I don't know. I like it, and it comes in a cute little jar. So far, thumbs up. After I've seen it in action all day, maybe when I get home, I'll give a little review to add at the end of the video how all the products lasted all day today. Might be something fun. Next, we're going to go ahead and do the Pharmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizer with Moringa and Papaya. It says, apply to clean face, use AM and PM. While I was in the shower, I did wash my face, just so everyone knows. I might have done this in another video. I think I did this in the video that I lost for my compilation that I have to redo. So we're just going to do it now instead. It says the same thing about the farmer and the scientist, and then it's got its website and, once again, the Facebook and Instagram link. It smells so good. Okay, so So I'm going to tell you about the story time. Today's story time is going to be, we're going to do some Uber rides, because those are some of my funniest stories. So my first Uber ride ever that I'm a driver for Uber, so the first pickup I ever had was actually turned out to be one of my favorite players. He didn't come to the casino like all the time, but when he did, like, we remembered him. He was fun to talk to, he was fun to play with, you were hoping that you got on his table. Like, he was always nice, he never got mad at you when he was losing. Like, he was like the perfect player, and I'm gonna be honest, he tipped really well. Like, he happened to be my first Uber ride ever, and I didn't realize it at first until he was getting in my car, but I called him to let him know I was there, and he answered the phone. He was like, "I love you," and I was like, "What?" I was really confused as to why this man was telling me he loved me, and then he came out to the window, and it clicked, and I saw him, it didn't click, and it was awesome. We had great conversation on the way home. He'd actually had a good night at the casino. Like, he'd had fun. I had actually dealt to him earlier that night. It was fun. So that was my first ride ever. And I don't know, I think it was awesome. I know that's not like a huge, super funny story or anything, but I think it was just awesome that it was someone that I knew. And it just kind of helped, I don't know, ease my way into making it easier. I mean, I'm a pretty social person, but I have to be comfortable in the situation to be social. And the first time you're getting strangers in your car might not be the most comfortable. And since I knew him, he wasn't a stranger, it just, I don't know, it made it easier. And then, so, yeah, that was my first Uber ride. By the way, my skin already feels so smooth. That stuff feels amazing. Oh. Alright, we are going to go ahead and move on. We're doing eyeshadow for the day after Valentine's Day because by the way, this is going to be in the bottom of the clip, the end of the clip of the last video too, but I woke up like a half hour before I had to be at work. 15 minutes before I had to leave for work. I did not have time to do makeup, therefore I did not do any pink makeup, and I obviously did not do a get ready with me. I apologize. So this is my makeup VDay. Get ready with me. These are the colors here. While I choose these colors, I'm going to think of another story. I have a couple good ones, but I want to figure out which one to tell next. So I will be right back while I decide on the color. Actually, you know what? I don't need to be right back, but while I'm starting to apply, I'll think of the story. Okie dokie, so that was the Huda Beauty palette. I used these two colors on top here, and then this red down here. I love this palette. I love reds. I love that they're making it more because a couple years ago I couldn't find a red makeup palette to save my life. Anyway, so there's that. I did a little bit of gold in there because I like it. I'm going to actually go over it one more time with that red color. You can really see the brightening, by the way, of that pharmacy cheer up cream. I can start to see it already. It kind of looks odd, like good odd, like just different odd. Like I'm not used to it and I like it. Sorry. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the liner. I'm using one of my favorite Marc Jacobs liners. I'll be using the Lash MD. I should have done that before I did the eyeshadow. Anyway, I'll do that first, then the Marc Jacobs. Then I might use a little milk on the bottom here, and then the Fenty Beauty mascara. And then I'll be using the Laura Mercier bronzer, which I just got in the BoxyCharm box that you will be coming out hopefully tonight, before this video comes out. Alright, so we're going to go to my second Uber ride ever. I just decided to tell this one next because it's rather funny. It's not just about my second Uber rider, it's about another one a few months later too. So I had dropped off the player, and then I got another request to come and pick some guy up from some house somewhere. I have no idea where. Like, I couldn't have gone back there the next day if you asked me. And so I did, and then he got in my car. When I got there, he got in my car, and he reeked of marijuana. Like, he got in my car, and my car literally ended up smelling like marijuana for 3 days. I could not Uber again for 3 days. It was hilarious, I thought. In a bad way. Like, I mean, if I got pulled over, it'd be really hard explaining why my car smelled like weed. But it would have been fine, because I'd have been like, well, I'm an Uber driver, and this happened, and, like, you can search it, nothing's there. But, like, thank God that didn't happen. I just aired it out. It was lucky. It wasn't cold outside. It wasn't too hot outside. I don't remember what season it was, but I was able to air it out very well. And so, thankfully, it only lasted for, like, 3 days. So we were talking or whatever. I had told him that he was, like, my second Uber ride ever, so he knew that or whatever. And he was like, oh, that's pretty cool, and da-da-da-da. Obviously, we could tell he was stoned. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to go home and smoke another bowl and go to bed. And I laughed about it, and we dropped him off. And then the reason why this comes up about another Uber rider is a few months later, I was out driving, and I happened to be out till 6 in the morning. My rule of thumb is that if I can't get to my apartment without getting another Uber ride, I'm not done. Unless it gets, like, ridiculous and I'm super tired. Then that obviously changes. So I had gotten an Uber ride at about, like, 4 in the morning to pick up this guy at the hospital, and we were going to go find a hotel. Well, we drove around to a couple hotels, and it turned out that it was going to be like $20 less expensive to just get an Uber out to where his hotel was, because he was working on something like an hour outside of town, and Uber said it would be like an $80 fare or something like that. So he asked me if I was up for a road trip, and I was like, I'm down, but that was going to be my last ride that night because I was running out of gas, and I needed to at least stop and go get gas. But I figured if it was short, I could make it, but I would have been able to make it if it was an in-town ride. If I had to drop him off at a hotel, that would have been fine. But going an hour outside of town, I wasn't making it. And so he's like, yeah, that's cool. I'll go and we'll fill up. We'll put you like $20 towards your tank. That should be enough, right? And I was like, oh, yeah, that'll be more than enough. And he's like, awesome. And that would have been about half the tank at the time because gas prices were high for whatever reason. And so we got to the gas station, and he ended up actually filling up my entire tank. So that I considered, I think he just did it as a way to tip me. He's like, I'm already filling up this person's tank. I would have tipped her the other $20. Let's just see what it is. And I think that's what it was. So I'm really appreciative because I was not expecting that at all. And so he filled up my tank, and then I took him out to his site, and then I was coming back home, and it was about 6 in the morning, and I got a ride request to go pick someone up at the casino that I actually worked at, which probably like a good 70 to 75% of my requests from both Uber and Lyft are at the casino that I work at. So it's not really surprising. So I go to my casino and I pick up this person, and he gets in my car and he's like, yeah, I just want a bunch of money. I'm going to go home and smoke a bowl. So I thought it'd be funny to tell him about my second rider ever, because that was a funny story. That guy smelled really, really like weed. So I told him that story and he laughed about it, thought it was funny. He's like, yo, that's pretty cool, and gave me like 5 stars and everything. He gave me a pretty good tip. But when we got to where I was dropping him off at, I recognized the house, and it was the same guy. The same guy. The same guy that I had told him a story about himself. And I don't think he realized it. That's how stoned he was the night he got in my car the first time. I don't know what that noise is, guys. Sorry if you can hear that. Alright, so that is that story. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the rest of this, and then I'll come up with another one in just a moment, okay? Okie dokie, so this is the finished eye product. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk to you while I do the last but not least, the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlighter. Let's see if I remember how to open this. Comes in a really fancy box. And then, here it is. And one of my favorite things about it is, here's a little button, you click it, and then it just opens. Bam! Okay, so, the last story I'm going to tell you today, while I'm putting on this highlighter about Uber and Lyft, is when I picked up these 3 college students from a bar. All these stories are pre-COVID, by the way. All these stories are like 2-3 years ago. I picked up these 3 college students from a bar, all males, and we're going to their apartment, and on the other side of these train tracks was their apartment, and we got stopped by a train. I gave them the choice to find another way around or just to sit and wait it out. Well, one of the guys needed to go to the bathroom, so we sat and waited out. There was no one around, and so he went, and there was just like an empty grass lot beside where we were at. And so he went and peed, and I had music going on from my phone, and the other 2 guys had me turn it up, and they got out, in front of my car and then started booty shaking on my car. I wish I had footage of this. I wish I recorded on Snapchat. I wish I did something, because it was hilarious. It was awesome. Ugh, they were just sitting there just shaking their asses, like trying to twerk their butts off on the hood of my car. This is why I love my jobs, because you get fun stories like that. I have fun stories like that for the casino as well. Not booty shaking on my car, because no, but I've got other types of stories. But yeah, so this is the finished makeup look. Oh, oops, I didn't put that all the way back away. I am going to go ahead and get dressed here in a couple minutes. I got a little bit of time before work. I don't know what I did with my glasses. I got a little time before work, so I'm going to find all the links and stuff. Oh, there they are. And then I'm going to get dressed. I'll take a picture for you at work. And have a great night. I hope you had a great Valentine's Day, whether you're single and living it and just doing yourself like me, or if you actually spent it with someone that you care about. Either way, I hope you had a great time. Have fun. Have a great day. Have a great week. I'll see you next week. Oh, I got some more videos coming up. I'm going to get these two out, and then I'm going to get that Chewy one out, and then I should have a FabFitFun coming shortly. And then I got a Function of Beauty. I'm going to do a short video of that real quick one of these nights. So anyway, I'm still trying to do my rapid fire, but this whole editing thing's got me all wound up. I got a lot going on, and that part's kind of the hardest. So for me, anyway, the most time consuming, not hardest. But please like, subscribe, share, comment below what you think about the story times, which story was your favorite. I will get better at telling stories as we go, I swear. I'm just not used to talking. I have to remember that the camera's a friend, not the camera, and I'm working on it. I'll get better at it, I promise. But anyway, have a great night, have a great week. There's a holiday. There's a holiday today. I know there's a holiday today, but I don't remember what it is. But happy holiday today. Bye. Oh, and one more side note. I did want to say that in that BoxyCharm box that I'll be posting tonight, hopefully, I got this Bolly Balm lip balm. I keep this in my bag with me at work now, especially since that other bag was stolen. I had my other chapstick on it. But, so, I'm also going to include the link in that video, because I'm going to carry it with me, like, every single day until it's gone, or I lose it, or it's not going to get stolen. But I'm not going to let that happen again. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that part in there. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment below if you enjoyed the video, what your favorite story was. My skin feels so soft. I love the makeup, how it looks. Oh, I can't wait to get this posted and go and get the final look. All right, have a good night.